even today I monitor what the customer is saying, and not just the customer, but any other stakeholder. It could be our vendor partners, it could be our content
Mm-hmm.
creators, it could be our agencies that we work with, any stakeholder. Of course, customer first, but any stakeholder in general. It is very important for us to maintain the right health check of the organization.
So क्या होता है, the customer comment on the Instagram post, they do the DM, one reel went viral and they got the wrong the bad commenting on there. So what was your mechanism of collecting the real and authentic customer feedback? Like,
So
what
that
is your
is
mechanism from where you
we
got those?
So the ways in which customers can reach out to us, we've kept it all open, be it WhatsApp, email, other sorts of chats, calls,
Hmm. Hmm.
Instagram, or any other form of social messaging. And we are very agile on that. What is important is that, see, any issue which is not attended today, which is not serious today,
Hmm.
will become urgent, important, and super serious tomorrow. So it is important to
Okay.
control the fire when it is in its chingari state, and not when it becomes
Yeah.
a forest fire. So very important to keep an eye, and very closely. Even today, I monitor what the customer is saying, and not just the customer, but any other stakeholder. It could be our vendor partners, it could be our content
Hmm.
creators, it could be our agencies that we work with, any stakeholder. Of course, customer first, but any stakeholder in general. It is very important for us to maintain the right health check of the organization.
So, do you have that number of satisfaction? I know it's very hard to measure for a very niche specific brand, but yeah, do you have any satisfaction about like what is your ideal retention rate of the customer? If I talk about that.
Retention rate, so considering that TAC is only 1 year old, we are hovering anywhere between 27 to 32% retention. It keeps
Wow.
varying depending on the kind of offers we run and new launches. I think a great deal of it is also because we have products across portfolios. So it's not just that कि आपने शैम्पू ले लिया
Hmm.
तो आपको 50 टाइप के अलग-अलग शैम्पूज ही मिल रहे हैं. If you have taken a shampoo, you have something for your baby. You have something probably in from the makeup line. You have some gifting material. There are nutraceuticals, because the idea is to do create a holistic Ayurveda experience and also integrate in your day-to-day lifestyle. So that way, the repeat is pretty high. The retention is pretty high, pretty good.
Amazing. Now I want to go a little bit about your fundraising part, right? I know that you have raised couple of rounds. So let's start off like when was the first funding round happen?
So we secured our first fund seed round from Wipro consumers, and this
Wow.
entire process of getting funded from a big conglomerate like Wipro took a lot of time, not in terms of closure of the agreement or term sheet, but more in terms of the due diligence, and there were things. So
Hmm.
we were operating as a very fast growing startup, and the focus there were processes in place, but not as structured as some big companies would want. So a lot of time went into that. We secured our first funding round last year.
What was the amount?
So there were three people who invested, and it was $3 million.